Hello, I'm Dr. Smith Amsterdam, interventional cardiologist with over 22 years of experience treating thousands of hearts, some that were thriving and some that were silently struggling. Today I'm not here to scare you with statistics. I'm here to arm you with the exact 7 pillars that actually move the needle on heart health. These aren't trendy hacks. These are the non-negotiable fundamentals that my healthiest, longest-living patients all share. We're going deep today. No fluff, no 60-second clips. If you stay with me until the end, you'll walk away with a complete blueprint you can start using this week. Let's begin with the most important and most ignored step. Pillar 1. Know your numbers. The silent language of your arteries. Your heart doesn't send emergency alerts until it's often too late. It speaks in quiet numbers: blood pressure, cholesterol, and a few others you need to understand. Here's what actually happens inside your body. Your arteries have a thin, velvet-like inner lining called the endothelium. When blood pressure is consistently elevated, even 130/85, it creates shear stress, tiny micro tears in that lining. LDL cholesterol particles sneak into those tears, get oxidized, and trigger chronic inflammation. Over years, this builds plaque. That plaque can narrow arteries or suddenly rupture, causing a heart attack or stroke. The terrifying reality? More than half of first heart attacks occur in people who had no prior symptoms. That's why knowing your numbers is the ultimate early warning system. What numbers matter most? Blood pressure. Optimal is under 120/80. 130/80 is already stage 1 hypertension. Measure at home, same time, seated quietly for 5 minutes, arm at heart level. Do it 3 to 4 days in a row for accuracy. Lipid panel. Don't settle for your cholesterol is normal. Ask for LDL-C, HDL-C, triglycerides, non-HDL cholesterol, ApoB, the best predictor of plaque risk, LPA if you have family history. Bonus markers: fasting glucose or HbA1c, HSCRP for inflammation, and coronary artery calcium (CAC) scan if you're over 40 with risk factors. 3 tiny actions you can take this week. 1. Buy a validated upper arm blood pressure cuff, Omron or similar, and start tracking. 2. Get a comprehensive lipid panel and metabolic panel if you haven't in the past year. 3. Write your numbers in a journal or phone note. Review them every 3 months. When you know your numbers, every other habit becomes targeted. You stop guessing and start protecting. Now that we know the language, let's talk about what you're feeding those arteries. Pillar 2. Eat well. Fuel versus friction. Food is information for your arteries. Some foods create smooth, flexible highways. Others create friction, inflammation, and plaque. The single most powerful dietary tool for heart health is fiber, especially soluble fiber. It acts like a sponge in your gut, binding bile acids made from cholesterol and escorting them out of your body. Every gram of soluble fiber you eat can lower LDL noticeably over time. Best heart protective foods: oats, barley, beans, lentils, apples, pears, flax seeds, extra virgin olive oil, fatty fish or algae omega-3s, nuts, walnuts and almonds, dark leafy greens and colorful vegetables, berries. Foods that create friction. Ultra-processed foods high in refined seed oils, added sugar, and trans fats. Excessive alcohol. High amounts of red and processed meats in people with existing risk. Practical daily framework, Mediterranean style with flexibility. Half your plate, vegetables. Quarter, high-quality protein. Quarter, whole grains or starchy vegetables. Generous, extra virgin olive oil. Handful of nuts daily. 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week. 3 tiny actions. 1. Add 1 serving of beans or lentils every day this week. 2. Swap 1 refined oil for extra virgin olive oil. 3. Eat a serving of berries or an apple daily. Your arteries will thank you within weeks. Fuel is powerful, but your heart also needs the right kind of mechanical stress. Pillar 3. Exercise, the natural pump upgrade. Exercise is the closest thing we have to a true fountain of youth for the cardiovascular system. 2 types your heart loves most. 1. Zone 2 cardio. Brisk walking, light jogging, cycling where you can still hold a conversation. Aim for 150 to 180 minutes per week. 2. Strength training. 2 to 3 sessions per week focusing on major muscle groups. The magic happens in consistency, not intensity. People who combine Zone 2 with strength training see the lowest rates of cardiovascular events. These 3 tiny actions will guide you. 1. Walk 30 minutes daily after dinner. 2. Do 2 20-minute full-body strength sessions this week. 3. Track your average daily steps. Aim to increase by 1,000 every 2 weeks. Your resting heart rate will drop. Your energy will rise. I will create a deep dive video on how walking can help improve your cardiovascular system. But none of this works if you're not recovering at night. Pillar 4. Good sleep. The nightly heart reset. During deep sleep, your heart rate drops, blood pressure dips, and your nervous system shifts into repair mode. Growth hormone is released, cortisol is cleared, the powerful benefits of 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Blood pressure naturally normalizes with that deep nightly dip. Inflammation drops dramatically, starving plaque formation. Cholesterol balance, blood sugar control, and heart rhythm stability all improve. Heart rate variability rises, making your heart more resilient. You wake up with better energy, clearer thinking, and stronger willpower for all the other pillars. Chronic short sleep, less than 7 hours, raises blood pressure, inflammation, insulin resistance, and heart attack risk by 20 to 45%. How to protect your sleep even in a busy life. Consistent bedtime, dark, cool room, no screens before bed, magnesium-rich foods, light dinner. Use this 3 tiny actions to change things completely. 1. Set a non-negotiable bedtime alarm tonight. 2. Create a 10-minute wind-down ritual. 3. Track your sleep for 1 week. Sleep is when your heart rebuilds itself. Pillar 5. Having a hobby. The joy factor. This is the pillar most doctors forget, but the longest living people never do. When you're lost in a hobby, painting, gardening, music, knitting, building, you enter flow state. Stress hormones drop, resting heart rate lowers, HRV improves, inflammation decreases. Purpose and daily joy are as powerful for longevity as diet and exercise. Use this 3 tiny activities to achieve this. Pillar 1. Reconnect with something you loved as a child for 20 minutes this week. 2. Schedule it like an appointment. 3. Notice how your heart feels lighter afterward. My friend, Let me speak something to you that most cardiologists rarely say out loud, but the longest living people on earth prove every single day. Joy is medicine, not a luxury, not something you do when you have time. It is real, physiological medicine for your heart. While we focus so much on food, exercise, sleep, and numbers, we often miss this powerful truth. A heart that experiences regular joy stays younger, stronger, and more resilient. What actually happens inside your body when you embrace joy? When you become fully absorbed in a hobby you love, painting, gardening, playing music, woodworking, dancing, reading, photography, knitting, chess, cooking creatively, you enter a state called flow. In that flow state, your stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, drop significantly. Your resting heart rate lowers naturally. Heart rate variability, HRV, improves, a key sign your heart is strong and adaptable, not stuck in chronic tension. Inflammation markers in your blood decrease. Your vagus nerve activates, shifting your entire nervous system into rest and digest mode. Pillar 6. Reduce stress, the vagus nerve hack. Chronic stress keeps fight or flight switched on, raising blood pressure, heart rate, and arterial stiffness. Flip the switch with your vagus nerve using box breathing, 4-7-8, cold exposure, prayer/meditation, real social connection, and gratitude. Just 5 to 10 minutes daily creates real changes in weeks. 3 tiny actions. 1. Do 2 minutes of box breathing morning and night. 2. Take 1 tech-free walk daily. 3. Practice saying no to protect your peace. Pillar 7. The synergy, the 1% compounding rule. One habit helps. All 7 together create an exponential shield that can slash cardiovascular risk dramatically. Small 1% improvements every day compound into a transformed heart and life over months and years. You don't need perfection. You only need consistent direction. Start today with Pillar 1. Know your numbers. Then add 1 more pillar every week or 2. In 90 days, you and your family will feel and measure the powerful difference. If this message touched you or opened your eyes, do 3 things right now. 1. Hit the like button so this life-saving information reaches more people who need it. 2. Subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm releasing more deep-dive heart health videos every month. 3. Share this video with at least 1 person you love, your parent, spouse, sibling, or friend. The best way to honor your own health is to help someone else protect theirs. Drop in the comments, which of the 7 pillars are you committing to start this week? Be specific. I read every single comment and I will celebrate your decision with you. Thank you for investing this precious time in your heart and your future. You were created to live strong, live long, and live with purpose. Stay curious, stay consistent. Protect that beautiful, powerful heart of yours. Until next time, this is Dr. Smith Amsterdam, signing off with love and hope for every viewer. See you on our next video.